If you are consistently overlooked, friend-zoned, or not chosen by the kind of women that you really like, I promise you now, mate, it's not your looks. It's not. After working with over 100 men, 100 single men on their confidence, I've managed to identify the kind of behaviors that push these kinds of women away. So in this video, I'm going to give you what the 3 main behaviors are, how to avoid them, and what you can do differently. So what? So you can start showing up with the kind of self-respecting, calm, confident, masculine presence that high quality women are naturally drawn to. And the first behavior is actually something I used to do, and it's the thing that keeps men single, lonely, and frustrated, possibly for decades. So learn from my example, please. When I was in my hardcore nice guy phase in my early 20s, I was backpacking around Australia. I was staying in a hostel, and there was a very beautiful woman from France at the hostel. And she quite liked me because her friends told me that she's into me, but I didn't make a move. I was too afraid. Why? Because I thought that if I make a move, then I'm going to look like a player, a fuckboy. I'm going to look like sleazy or something. There was some negative association there. But the universe sent me a lesson. Around that time, a guy pulls up on a Harley Davidson motorbike, complete with the leather jacket and the long hair. I promise you, this guy is like out of a movie. And she responded to him pretty much immediately. I could tell that she liked him. But unlike me, this guy made a move. And then the following day, I was walking into the living room area and saw them both making out on the sofa. And I'll never forget it. I was devastated. So this is why the first behavior I'm talking about, mate, is not making a move. Not making a move because you're on some level a nice guy, some level you believe that by hiding your attraction and hiding your desire, this in some way makes you a good person. A lot of us, a lot of men, a lot of nice guys, we make the mistake of thinking that seduction, the process of seduction, is actually an inherently sleazy thing. And we need to rewire this belief. Seduction is just about forming an emotional connection with somebody. No more, no less. And women want to experience everything that you do. Love, connection, intimacy, that spark, that attraction. So by hiding it, it doesn't make you a good person, it just makes you inauthentic. So next time an opportunity comes up, mate, anything, any kind of action beats inaction. Let her know, approach her, say hello, give her a compliment, do something to get yourself moving. But here's another mistake I used to make that killed my chances with amazing women and actually attracted wounded women. So I used to date a woman who she'd consistently make like bigger and bigger demands on me. She was very entitled. She kept asking for more and more stuff. One time, I brought her breakfast in bed. I made her a cooked breakfast and I brought it to her. But instead of being thankful and appreciative of that, she actually asked me what kind of milk I used in the eggs. It wasn't the kind of milk she liked. So she didn't ask, she demanded actually that I make her breakfast again. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, as a sane man, Oliver, leave that woman immediately. But what did I do? I shuffled back to the kitchen and I made breakfast again. And when I did that, my self-respect hit a new low. And in hindsight, what kind of high-quality woman would respect, admire, and desire a man who treats himself so poorly? Well, here's the reason I was doing that. I believed, as many men do, that my worth came from approval from other people. It comes from my actions. I believed that I didn't have any inherent worth, so I had to prove it by making everyone else happy at the expense of myself. So I bent over backwards to please other people, and I completely lacked any boundaries in the process. And that's what the second big mistake is. It's not having any boundaries. It's not having a backbone. And my complete lack of boundaries is actually the kind of thing that was attracting, at this phase in my life, wounded women. Because not only does an unboundaried man repel high-quality women who are looking for a self-respecting man, but he also attracts wounded women who prey upon his weaknesses for a sense of emotional supply. If we want to be happy and content in life, then strong boundaries with other people is a non-negotiable. So to find where your boundaries in life may be lacking, you can ask yourself a simple question. Where in my life do I feel resentful? When you spot it, hit pause, because that is your cue to speak up, change something, or walk away from it. And this third mistake has the power to completely change your relationships with women practically overnight. I once went through a serious dry spell. I was on Bumble, I was on Tinder, I was on Hinge, I was swiping like a madman. I would get matches and some conversations, but then those conversations would die and she'd ghost me, and it kept happening. And I had no idea why that was. Until I came across a tip online that was very simple, but I couldn't believe it. The tip was just tell her a place, tell her a time within 3 messages. That's all the tip was. And I was like, that's impossible. 1, why would a woman want to meet me after so few messages? And 2, why would women want to be told what to do? Isn't that part of the whole toxic masculinity problem? But through my frustration, I decided to give it a go anyway. So to a woman from Portugal, I just said, this place, this time, are you free? And to my shock, her response was, sure, sounds great, I'll see you there. That's what it means to take the lead. And that's the third biggest mistake that men make, is they abdicate a sense of leadership. They are passive and indecisive. My biggest mistake that I was consistently making in my whole dating life, all up to that point, was thinking that by avoiding making decisions and taking the lead and leaving it all up to her, I thought I was being considerate. I thought I was being a good guy. But actually, on the flip side, to her, what it made me look limp, it made me look passive, it made me look insecure, and in some ways it made me look needy. And when I finally embraced masculine leadership, healthy masculine leadership, and started to see the virtue of that, it showed women that I know what I want and I'm not afraid to ask for it. So if you want to stand out, embrace leadership in your dating life, have a plan. When you're making dates, say this is where I'd like to go. Are you free at this time? Don't leave it up to her. Obviously, I'm not saying be domineering and ignore her voice, but have a plan, set the structure, set the tone, and take the lead. You will feel way more in control of your own life. You'll be way more connected to your own desires. You'll feel a sense of self-trust to direct your own life. And the added benefit is, it is way more attractive to the kind of high quality women that you could potentially have a relationship with and build a life with. There is another reason why women may not be picking you. And again, it's not because you're unattractive, but it's a much deeper reason than I have the scope to go into in this video. So click this video next, go into it, watch this video, and you'll uncover the deeper reason why. Thank you, brother. I'll see you in the next video. Stay courageous.